Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time you're watching this, wherever you're watching this from. Welcome to another episode of Auto Insights, the ultimate destination for car enthusiasts and consumers. And in case you don't know or you just don't remember, my name is Mason Njuguna. Na leo najua kuna watu wanashangaa, huyu jamaa alikuwa amepotelea wapi? Well, the last 3 episodes zenye tumekuwa outdoors, tumekuwa na trips, and at least hatmkumiss episode hata moja. Mmekuwa mkiona venye tumekuwa tukitembea hii country, and in case hizo zote huku watch, unaweza ingia pale Facebook at GTNTV Digital na utaweza kupatana na the previous episode. Make sure umefollow GTNTV Digital in case ukose kuona kwa TV. You can be able to recap. We watch pale Facebook. And as you can see in the background, tulisema ukiona hii background unajua tumekuja class. So kama ni mambo ya myths tunakuja kudebunk, and we want to thank you as Auto Insights and GTN TV Digital kwa mafans wenye wamekuwa kicomment, especially kama zile the myths tumekuwa tukipost. Napata watu pale wana comment, unajibu, and some of them zenye zitakuwa leo ni some of you mmeweza kucomment na kusema tuweze kuzidebunk. So we thank you so much for the continued support, and kwa sababu 2026 ni mwaka yenye itaki mastori mingi, I think we should cue the intro tuanze show. Let's get something straight. Just because a car is loud does not mean that it is fast. Mnakumbuka mwalimu pale akisema empty decibels make the most noise. Somewhere along the way, tulifika mahali we confused volume with performance. So, for example, a straight piped 1.8 liter screaming at 4,000 RPM in traffic is not automatically quick. It is just loud. And I get it, sound is emotional. And when you hear something aggressive, your brain assumes power. That's why you'll find that some cars will sound deeper and more composed than muffler delete builds, and they're engineered to make that sound, not make chaos. Being fast is about power to weight ratio, torque delivery, traction, gear ratios, not just noise. You can have a quiet car that will embarrass something that sounds like thunder. A stock turbo diesel SUV can pull harder than a screaming, naturally aspirated hatchback. Real speed, wanga tunaiona kwa stopwatch. Sometimes we can measure the speed on dynos. Sometimes we'll even take our cars to the drag strip kuona kupimana nguvu. And also speed mara nyingi tutaiona on how people will drive wakati wana make corners ama wana take corners. Speed is not about revving in the parking lot. If your car is loud, cool, we are not judging you. Enjoy it. But do not confuse attention with acceleration. There is a difference. Tukiingia kwa number 2, hii najua italeta controversy na italeta issues mingi, especially with the Mark X community. Kuna kitu inaitwa pops and bangs. And let us talk about the popcorn exhausts. Pops and bangs were never meant to be entertainment. Originally, they were a side effect of aggressive tuning, anti-lag systems, race setups, excess fuel igniting in the exhaust. It was a mechanical consequence, not theater. In the current world, you will hear a bang every time a car changes. Especially nowadays, kwanza hawa watu wa the Golf GTIs. Utapata when the car is shifting, kuna hii kitu tunaitanga the DSG fart. The issue isn't the sound itself. The issue is when sound replaces substance. Manufacturers started tuning in fake drama because buyers love it. Even regular performance streams now crackle like rally cars. But here's the thing, real performance doesn't need fireworks. A properly tuned turbo car with clean power delivery is more satisfying than a car that sounds like gunshots every time you lift off the throttle. And let's be honest, excessive pops can stress the turbo, damage catalytic converters, overheat components. It's cool in moderation, but when your build's main spec is stage 2 pops, we need to have a conversation. So in number 3, we're going to be talking about builds. Kuna hii kitu tunasemanga, mtu anachukua gari mzee, unaenda una build, unachukua gari modern pia, unaenda una replace some components, some parts, you make it better, and that is what we call builds. But nowadays, builds siku hizi hazifai kuitwa builds, and this one is going to hurt. Wheels, coilovers, tint, exhaust, EOC build. That is modification, that is personalization. A real build changes the character of the car. Engine swap, turbo upgrade, suspension geometry correction, brake upgrades to match the power, and proper tuning. For example, a properly engineered Toyota Hilux with a fully built motor and balanced suspension is what we call a build. Putting a performance badge on a base model is not. A build solves problems, upgrades weak points, and makes the car faster, stronger, and more capable. Aesthetic mods are cool, I am not against them, but let's call things what they are. There's nothing wrong with enjoying your car as is. Just don't judge cosmetic upgrades with engineering transformation. Sasa tukiingia kwa number 4, things are going to get very heated. And this debate has become quite tired. Automatic versus manual. Now, manual is engaging, automatic is faster. A modern automatic, especially a dual clutch, is going to be shifting faster than any human could ever shift. Let me use a BMW example in this. A car like the BMW M3 in automatic form is going to be destroying its manual counterpart in pure acceleration numbers. but numbers aren't everything. Manual is going to give you control, involvement, mechanical connection, but on the other hand, automatic is going to be giving you consistency, efficiency, speed, comfort in traffic. And in Kenyan traffic, let's be honest, a heavy clutch in 5 p.m. gridlock isn't romantic, it's leg day. If you take your car to the track, automatically the automatic car is going to win, pun intended. If you enjoy backroad drives and connection, manual is going to hit different. Stop making it a personality test. It's preference. And on the last one, they're saying that new cars are fast but soulless. Okay, let's unpack this properly. New cars are objectively faster. They have better traction control, better aerodynamics, they are turbocharged, advanced transmissions, and all that. A modern performance sedan is going to outrun older supercars easily. But here's what changed. Older cars demanded more from the driver. Taking something like a naturally aspirated inline 6 from the 90s, you have to rev it, you have to work for the power, you have to feel the chassis move. Modern cars will isolate you. Electric steering, sound insulation, fake engine noise through the speakers, driver assists correcting your mistakes. It feels efficient, but less raw. That's why you're finding old school cars on the road. They feel more alive at lower speeds than many modern performance cars. And it's not just about the speed, it's about the sensation. New cars are incredible machines, but sometimes perfection removes personality. Fortunately or unfortunately, we have come to the end of this episode, and wenye walikuwa wameweka comments wakatupatia some of the myths za leo. Nataka mtuambie kama nimeweza kujibu exactly vile ulikuwa una expect, and kuna kitu hapo imekuguza ukafeel huyu jamaa hapo kuna mahali amechoma ama sija explain vizuri. Make sure umefollow at GTN TV Digital pale Facebook, pale YouTube. Follow us also on TikTok at GTN TV Digital, and leave your comment ukituambia what you'd like to be added in the next video. And hapo kwa hizo zenye tumeongelea leo, ni gani ile imekuguza? Ni hapo kwa pops, hapo kwa kelele, ama ni hiyo ya manual ama automatic? And also nataka nisikie how many of you wanajua kuendesha manual. Nilisikia ati the anti-theft device ya Gen Z ni kuwa na gari manual, kwa sababu akiingia hajui kuendesha manual, so haezi iba gari yako. Anyway, wacha tumalizie hapo. Thank you so much for tuning in. Let's see you in the next episode.